What's up, gangsters? This video is just a little bit different. For those of you who know me, kind of know a little bit of our story and what happened almost 5 years ago. And if you don't, I'm gonna play a little clip of a story that happened on January 5th of 2015. This is different, definitely not my upbeat, self, but I just feel like I need to make this video. I woke up with like a heavy feeling in my chest, like I needed to share this with some people, let you know my journey, my story, and what we went through as a family. So here it is.
Have the car wanted in a deadly Lake County hit and run, but now they have to put a driver behind the wheel. 22-year-old Johnny Figueroa was crossing US 27 at County Road 474 in Claremont Monday night when he was hit. Channel 9's Tim Barber spoke to his sister today, and Tim, she called this mystery hit and run driver a monster.
She told me putting the driver behind bars would be letting the person off too easily. Now, Johnny worked at the Walmart just down the street here. He was on his way home crossing US 27 Monday night when he was hit and killed, and his body was found right where that memorial is right now. Devonese Figueroa says, like most siblings, her brother Johnny was a pain, but she would give anything to trade that pain for the pain she is feeling now.
So you don't leave a person like that. What kind of human being can do something like that?
Monday night, Johnny was walking across US 27 when a black Honda Accord similar to this one slammed into him and left the 22-year-old to die.
What if he was alive for a little bit? And had you stayed there, to call somebody, he could have saved him. But you didn't. You left him there. My brother stood out in the grass like roadkill.
Troopers told us the Honda would be missing a mirror and a piece from the bumper. Shortly after we aired the information on the news, a witness told investigators on social media where they could find the car. We're told they're interviewing a person of interest, but they have not made any arrests because now they have to prove he or she was behind the wheel. So Johnny's sister has a message for the driver.
I hate you.
Do the right thing.
No, I hate him.
Let me catch you.
No. I want him to suffer.
We're told this is where the body was found, but it is unclear if Johnny was using the crosswalk. The nearest one you can see is just down the street here. Now, we're going to be following this story, and we're going to be keeping in touch with investigators. So if they make an arrest in this case, we'll let you know right here on Channel 9, on WFTV.com, or on our mobile app. Reporting live in Claremont in Lake County, Tim Barber, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Okay, so what you watched there is the first clip. Now I'm going to play the second clip 2 years
Backlog at state crime labs is delaying justice for families across the state.
In fact, one Central Florida family has been waiting 2 years to see the driver suspected of hitting and killing their son arrested. Investigative reporter Darlene Jones uncovered this is just one of hundreds of families who have had justice delayed.
22-year-old Johnny Figueroa Jr. left his shift at Walmart the night of January 5th, 2015. As he tried to cross into the median on US 27, a driver hit him.
I must have called him so many times that night.
A bus driver found his lifeless body. Johnny Sr. spotted the crime scene headed to work.
I saw somebody covered there, and something told me inside, hey, that's your son.
The Florida Highway Patrol confiscated and collected evidence from the vehicle they believe hit Johnny, but they are still waiting on something known as trace evidence, which can be as tiny as the specks of dirt to connect the driver to the scene. 9 investigators discovered there is a backlog processing evidence at the Florida Department of Law Enforcement's crime labs, receiving evidence for every police agency statewide. And trace evidence has the longest turnaround time. Analysts receive evidence in the Figueroa case 25 days after he was killed. 234-day backlog. That's about 8 months. How did the agency get to this point?
Much of the backlog is due to our positions, our caseload, and then our training of the people in those positions to get them to the point they become efficient analyst for our agency.
FDLE received $3.9 million in July from the state, increasing pay for 297 crime lab analysts and supervisors. Agency leaders believe that should reduce turnover, only to leave for higher paying private labs.
We're not blind to the fact that we've got a backlog, but it's an absolute priority of our agency.
Justice is a priority for Figueroa Sr.
I want to do something. I was like, all right, then. He didn't get the chance.
Just this week, we found out the Florida Department of Law Enforcement finally returned the results of that trace evidence and forwarded the case to the Lake County State's Attorney's Office for review. We will keep you posted on the progress.
So here we are, almost 5 years later, and this killer is still out there. We never got the justice that we should have gotten for our son, and all because by law they have to prove that he knew it was a human being that he hit, and according to him, he feels like he thought it was an animal. And the witnesses that we had who helped us in the beginning now changed their stories, so it put us in a really bad situation. But throughout this tragedy and the loss of our son, we were able to find Christ, and we were baptized and we changed a lot. I'm still a little crazy, but I know who God is, and I know how he gave his only son for me, and I gave myself to the Lord. We do this event where if you scroll down all the way to like kind of the first videos that I ever posted on YouTube, you'll see the a walk to remember that we do, which is we follow the same steps he took, which was from Walmart to the scenery where he was killed. So we take his last steps in memorial of him, but also all hit and run victims, because it's super big in the state of Florida. There's so many hit and runs. So there's so many hit and run victims in the state of Florida that never get justice. You see the backlog is pretty backed up. And then now this thing where you pretty much can get away with murder. You could just claim, oh, I thought I hit an animal, and don't need the proof. So it's one of the worst things anyone can experience. And he's not biologically my son, but I was there for the 7 years that I got to experience with him. And just to watch my husband suffer daily, because he suffers daily, to see him paint this big old smile on his face, because he's just always so happy, like, to everyone, to the eye. But behind closed doors, it's a whole different Johnny. And I experienced it, and some days are good and some days are hard, and some days, you know, you want to kind of break down, because you know I had a bond with Chichi. You know, he used to call me mother all the time, and you know, I could hear him, and you know, you always have the what ifs, like what if he was still here, what would he be doing? He never got to meet his niece, his nephew, his baby sister that he never got to meet. Hi. So I am going to show you guys a couple clips from our memories, what we had with Chichi. And I really, really, really would appreciate, if it doesn't even matter, if you come out and you join us. It would mean so much for the 5th year anniversary that we're doing. I've made an event on it. This one, we want to make it a big deal. All of them are big deals, but this is the 5th year, and we want to have people walk with us. It's a movement, and we want people to walk with us and do this movement for hit and run awareness for the month of January. And we have this set out January 4th. The event is on my Facebook. I will be posting it on here in the descriptions. I really do want to see a lot of familiar faces, some new faces, be great. And just support this movement and just help us make this like a really big awareness, because it happens too often in the state of Florida, and it's so unnoticed, and it's just so silent. And it's sad because you have families grieving, and forever will be grieving, because even if we got the justice that Chi-Chi does deserve, we still don't have Chi-Chi, and he's no longer here with us. And all we have is just memories and pictures and some videos, but it doesn't fill that void that will forever be there. So keep watching, guys.
Happy birthday to you. There you go, Chief.
He's passed away in the same boat with sunken eyes. Saw me and described yellow so perfectly. Said he's watching. Ooh, watching. Ooh, watching. Like sky.
Put the ice in it. Come on a little bit. Because there's a big chunk and it's going to hit me in the head really hard.
Oh my god.
I think I don't have to touch it. It went to the bottom.
Look at this. You want me to get knocked out. Oh my god.
It's going to be cool.
Oh my god. Alana, please be aware. You know, I need to talk. Okay.
I wanna leave my footprints on the sands of time. Know there was something that meant something that